This is George Allen, and I'm here in the studios of City Life to bring you through some of the events of the 1996 North Cape oil spill. It all started on January 19th.
Candia, pond. Off a 2 buoy, Point Judith, we have a fire on board.
Vessel in distress, this is the United States Coast Guard, Woods Hole, Massachusetts, group over.
This is the tug Scandia, we are off Point Judith. We have a fire on board.
This is Coast Guard, Woods Hole, group, how many persons do you have on board? And also, sir, is the fire under control, over?
No, it's not. We have 6 men on board.
Tug Scandia, this is United States Coast Guard, Woods Hole, Massachusetts, group, over.
This is a Mayday Scandia, Mayday. We are abandoning. We're abandoning off of Point Judith. Last transmission.
City Life is the only people on this beach right now. It's Wednesday afternoon, the wind's blowing about 50 miles an hour, and it seems like everybody headed for the hills to try to get warm. What we have here is the barge, having been emptied of most of its fuel, is now down to, I think the man said something like 440,000 gallons, and the rest of it is water. They are determined, or they are absolutely sure that nothing's going to happen. That no matter how hard the wind blows, that no matter what goes on here at the beach, that barge is not going to move. I hope to God it doesn't. Because if it does, City Life is going to really get some exclusive pictures. I don't know how much you can see, but picture this. It's Friday night. The tugboat's been on fire. They're off the boat, they're in the water. United States Coast Guard, in this type of weather, is coming to rescue and try to drop the anchor on that barge. Now, I don't know if you can imagine what it would be like, but try to imagine what it would be like right now to get in some sort of a boat and get beside this thing. So as far as a boat is concerned, to get aboard here and drop that anchor on the end right above the North Cape, that's out. All they got left to do is the helicopter. They put a man on board, and for 40 minutes in this type of weather, in the pitch black, they tried to drop that anchor. You're looking at the barge, the Scandia, the start of the whole problem. This tugboat out in those types of seas had a fire. The fire was so bad, all the windows, every one of those portholes have been blackened. The whole thing is burnt out. The engine room was flooded. It was a mess. Now picture this. You're in the middle of the storm, this kind of wind, that thing goes on fire. Where the hell are you going to go? Over the side, that's where they went. Every one of them, over the side. Now all the Monday morning quarterbacks are saying, you should have done this and you should have done that. Let's cover the should-have-dones. They couldn't drop the anchor. They almost killed 2 people putting them aboard that thing. When they got them aboard there, they spent 40 minutes trying to drop the anchor off the back of it and couldn't do it because of a shackle. They bounded all over the place. Luckily, the Coast Guard got them off. There's questions as to why tugboats or other boats didn't go to the rescue. That's a tugboat. The power in that tugboat is enormous. And all that was in Galilee was a bunch of small boats, small tugs, 200-300 horsepower. No matter if the whole fishing fleet went out there, they couldn't have stopped this thing from hitting the beach. All right, it's Friday night, it hits the beach. Once it hits the beach, the oil starts coming off of the barge. Spin around this way here, let me show you the barge. Hits this beach on Sunday night as it gets dark. It's pitch black. You can't see what we can see. And they tried to start operations. They couldn't get to it. Without killing anybody, without somebody getting hurt, they couldn't get to it. They had to sacrifice something. Some of the oil got out. Come into Saturday morning. I live on Great Island. I walked out of my house at 8 o'clock on Saturday morning, and all I could smell was diesel fuel. 750,000 gallons of oil left this barge. If you put 10,000 gallons in a tank truck, that's, what, 50, 60 trailer trucks, 18-wheelers, full of fuel, left this barge overnight Friday night and ended up in those ponds on Saturday morning. Sunday, this beach Sunday looked like the middle of July. Everybody was coming from Mary Carpenter's Beach, walking down here like it was the middle of July and it was party time. In the meantime, the Coast Guard and the rescue people were out here trying to figure out how the hell to get the oil off this thing with this kind of surf. This went on through Sunday. Sunday it calmed down, and Sunday they started pumping. And here we are Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It's Wednesday. There's still 400 and some thousand gallons on there. There isn't a soul on the beach except City Life, and we're going to update you a little bit further later on. Let me wipe my nose and catch my breath. This is too much. But the microphone is in my jacket. The wind is blowing right now today, 60 miles an hour. My feet are soaking wet. But we're doing this for you. This is City Life, and I'm Tom Kelly, and you're the only ones here on the beach this Wednesday.